After the 8 heavenly kings got off the plane, they took 2 off-road vehicles and headed towards the mountains. On the road, Lin Yuan, the head of the 8 heavenly kings, was sitting in the co-driver. He picked up the walkie-talkie and said coldly, "Brothers, we have to drive more than 2 hours. Anyone who dares to stand in front of us will be killed without mercy." On a mountain road that stretches for tens of kilometers, 2 off-road vehicles drove one after the other. These 2 vehicles are also the only 2 vehicles on these dozens of kilometers of mountain roads. Driving in the snow is not easy, because when you look around, the lights can hit all the places in white. Lin Yuan was dazzled by the white snowfield outside, and said with some annoyance, "That kid Charlie is really a beast. Since the father and son offended him, he just sent them to this bird place. What are they doing in a ghost place that doesn't shit? It's really unlucky for us to come here now." The man driving the car said helplessly, "I asked before I came, this Charlie kid is a devil. He not only likes sending people here to dig ginseng, but also likes sending people to black coal pits to dig for coal. I heard that he had previously brought the boss of a listed company to a construction site to carry cement." "What's this?" Lin Yuan said lightly, "Have you forgotten how the beggars died?" A dozen people were welded to death in the car and sank to the bottom of the river. The bodies have not been salvaged until now, knowing that they are waiting for them. "What is fate?" The driver smiled and said, "Everyone is dead. What fate is there?" Lin Yuan said, "There are fish, shrimps and crabs in the river. A car-welded iron cage is sunken at the bottom of the river. There are more than a dozen dead bodies inside. Sooner or later, these people will be eaten into bones by those fish, shrimps and crabs. Small fish eat skin. Have you all done small fish massage at fish spas? That kind of fish, even the dander will be eaten completely, and it won't take long for them to leave even a trace of meat on their bones." A man in the back row blurted out, "No wonder the family wanted to kill him. This kid is so evil." Lin Yuan said indifferently, "We can't take it lightly. Today's battle must be retired." The driver asked, "Brother, do you think there will be masters on Changbai Mountain?" "Probably not." Lin Yuan said, "The people Regnar sent here just a few hours ago. According to the only one who survived, the other party did not have close contact with them, it was all gunfights. So I guess the other party should have no master, just bodyguards with guns." "That's good." The driver said with a smile, "We are brothers. We have practiced golden bells and iron jerseys when we were young. I dare not say that we are top masters, but it is definitely not something that ordinary bullets can hurt. It seems tonight it's just a battle of butchering dogs. You can win easily and return to Suzhou triumphantly." Another man said, "It would be fine if Charlie was here too. We can definitely kill him and go back to receive the reward from Mr. Wu." Lin Yuan smiled and said, "That Charlie shouldn't be here. The Wu family investigated before. Before we set off, the others were still in Orus Hill." Having said that, Lin Yuan said with emotion, "It would be great if he was there," holding his head back and returning to Mr. Wu. "Mr. Roger said he would give us several $100 million. The driver said at this time, "By the way, brother, since this Charlie is so evil, does the strange disease that the second son of the Wu family developed some time ago has something to do with him?" Lin Yuan shook his head. "This is really bad, but it's not impossible." As he said with emotion, "The strange disease of the second son is really unheard of. It has not been cured for so long, and there has been no relief. It is really weird." At this moment, Charlie on the hillside stood in the snow with his hands full and negative. Behind him, Isaac, Orville and Liang were already shaking in the snow, their faces pale and purple. While rubbing his hands, Isaac cursed his mother. "The 8 heavenly kings of this dog day are too slow to come. I think it will be bright in an hour." Orville looked at Charlie and asked with concern, "Mr. Wade, are you not wearing so little clothes?" Charlie shook his head slightly. Now he has no fear of severe cold. "Don't say standing here for an hour or two. Even if you let him stand here for a day or two, or for a month, he will never get frostbite." Liang also sucked his nose from the cold. When the 4 of them first arrived here, Charlie was worried about exposing the target, so he let the helicopter go first. Otherwise, he could sit in the helicopter for a while, at least to block the cold of Changbai mountain wind. After waiting for another 10 minutes, Charlie suddenly saw 4 beams of light from 2 cars on the winding mountain road. Isaac also saw the light and said nervously, "Mr. Wade, they should be here." Charlie nodded and said with a smile, "After waiting for them for so long, I almost fell asleep." Orville hurriedly took out a pistol from his waist, gritted his teeth and said, "Damn, I want to see how awesome these 8 heavenly kings are today." Charlie said lightly, "Mr. Orville, put the gun away. The gun is useless to them." Mr. Orville was taken aback, but after a while he figured it out again. He had seen some skills in the metaphysical world before, including Charlie, who was able to directly order Tinley. If a warrior with a deep cultivation base can block bullets, it is not surprising. Isaac asked at this time, "Mr. Wade, what will we do later? If there is anything we can help, please let us know." Charlie smiled slightly and said, "You don't need to help anything, just follow behind me and watch." Orville said hurriedly, "Mr. Wade, you can just draw a few sky thunders and cut these 8 heavenly kings directly into ashes, just like that fake feng shui master in Orus Hill."